Well, silver is at $15.75. It's up 16 cents. Gold's up 11.11 to 1271.56. You know, about, what was it, 2 weeks ago, we're talking about how the COT report is showing the commercials, which again is always the banks, have gone short fairly decently in silver and gold. And I made the comment, which it may have been on that Friday, and I said, well, let's, you know, it's like Thursday was options expiration, so Friday and then Monday, let's see how the markets go, because we're expecting it to get hit like they always do. Options expiration, flood the market with these new contracts to sell them, so they're net short. But gold and silver came down briefly and then wiped it off like nothing happened, and then started going back up very quickly. That used to last quite a while. Sentiment was, oh gosh, here we go again. Let's watch it keep going down for a little while, and where are they going to let it stop this time? And it just erased that, go back up. So here we are today. Again, silver's at $15.75. It's up 16 cents. It's 7:35 in the morning, by the way, Eastern time. So we're not even, the markets aren't even open. It's just the excess or access markets, overseas markets. Gold's up 12 to 12.71. It's up $11. And and I'm looking at this chart from Silver Doctors, from SRS Rocco, and he's showing something that is just basic information, public knowledge, if anyone wants to ever look at that public information. Most people don't. But it is a chart that shows Silver Eagle sales. Silver Eagle, let me lower that a little bit. Also has Gold Eagle. And you almost can't even see the Gold Eagle. Let's see, I'm trying to fit this right in here perfectly for you. And it ends in 2015. Let me just get that up. The little orange ones are Gold Eagle sales, and the massive blue ones are Silver Eagle sales. Right? 1986, that's when they first started creating those eagles, I believe, through the mint. And here we are in 2015. Again, we're in 2016 now, but this chart broke records, as I explained when it happened. Silver Eagle sales. But what I want to have you take a peek at real quick is the year 2012, which is that little dip in the middle of all the big spiking. 2012. Well, what happened in 2011? We had a price spike, $50 silver, $1,900 gold, and then they smashed the price in like April, I think, right? And it just kept going down and go back up a bit, then it go back down, and just did one of these all the way back down. So the bankers, as we all knew, did that to kill any momentum or any thoughts of people saying this is a good thing to get into. We're going to crush the price, wipe out a bunch of money from people, and teach them, don't come over here messing with these metals. And it looked like it was going to work in 2012, because that's when the record breaking of Silver Eagle sales, all silver for that matter, stopped. And actually it was less than 2011 as far as sales go. So the bankers were probably saying, all right, our plan worked. Then 2013 came along, and it broke some records. Then 2014 came along, it too broke some records. And 2015 came along, which was last year, and it too broke some records. I'm pretty sure the club is saying, well, damn, that didn't work. Makes you wonder, hey club, are you going to try that again? Are you going to try to do another head fake? Let's let the prices rise, maybe drastically, and slam them again? It worked so well in 2012. Oh, wait a minute. No, it didn't. Yeah, guys, we didn't have a little bankers club meeting. Not working. Our flagship metals paper shares, I trust whatever it is, GLD. They can't issue any more paper shares because they don't have enough gold in their possession to do so. So they've got to query the Security Exchange Commission to get the approval to go out and get some more gold, and then, of course, get the shares out there so they can sell the shares. Now, the odd thing for me is I've never trusted GLD or SLV. When you look at the prospectus of those entities, it is frightening. You never get to see the gold. You don't know if they have the gold. They can stop the fund at any moment, for any time, at any time, for any reason. And then they'll just send you the money, essentially. How many shares do you have? Okay, here's what we owe you in cash. So I always thought, and I guess it could still happen, but I always thought they were going to crush the price of precious metals so that the GLD and SLV can say, look, dear shareholders, we reserve the right under section such and such, under the prospectus agreement that you are aware of, to close up shop for any reason given. And with the depressing precious metals prices, we are going to be closing up shop. All parties will receive cash, in the equivalent amount of cash for the amount of shares you have. And the price of the metals are today such and such, so that you'll be able to quickly figure out how many shares do I have, what the price is. Okay. But you can't really say that precious metals prices are really, really depressed compared to where they've been several years ago. $6, $7, $4 and $5 for God knows how long. $3 even. You imagine that? Again, I look back. I graduated high school in 1996. Had any adult in my life known about precious metals, it would have probably been really easy to convince me, spend some of your money on these precious metals. They could have put out a chart. Here's what it did in the 80s. It's a cycle. It happens every time. Wow, it's $2, $3. Yep. $2, $3. Imagine if you had a grand, $1,000, and you got $2 and $3 silver. Let's just say $3, because $2 just, it hurts my stomach thinking about the possibility of me even getting some of that, knowing back then. So I'm going to go round off to 3 so it doesn't hurt as bad. 1,000 ounces, $1,000. Even a little $1,000 with silver at $3, you'd have had a nice little stack. What if you had $2, $3, $4, $5,000? You would be looking at the price right now and saying, damn, should I cash out? Things are looking really good for me. $3 then, almost $16 now. Man. Of course, imagine if you were looking at it back in 2011 when it was pushing 50. Talk about some massive profit. And I'm not one to sit here and tell you, get into precious metals so you can become rich and make huge profits. That's not the reason why I want to get precious metals, or I even advise anyone else to do the same for the same reasons. That's not the reason. It was simply to protect our wealth. Not that I have any kind of wealth, but ours, as in everybody's, yours, mine, whoever. It's just a wealth protection factor. But I realized it becomes more than that when everybody else catches on and everyone else sees their retirement's destroyed. My dad was just telling me. He said, you know, your sister's got some kind of little IRA or something? Yeah. She had about 8K in there recently. It's down to 7. She said, oh no, they told me I only lost a couple $100. And he said, Andrea, give me the paperwork. Let me see this. No, it's 7,900 and some change. Yeah, almost $8,000, right? It says it right here. Now it's down to 7. Look, I know you don't want to get into the precious metals thing. We've tried to tell you that, so take the money out and just set it in a non-interest bearing account. You're better off there. Again, 8,000 to 7, I don't know the exact math in my head, probably around 12 or 13% loss. Because if it was $10,000, a cool 1,000 would be 10%. But this is 8,000 and it lost $1,000. It's probably around 12, 13 or so percent. I'm not sure the time frame, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a piece of paper, essentially, as Lindsey Williams said, and it's not going to be worth the paper it's written on when this all goes down. Precious metals is the only game in town. And as you saw recently with the GLD, they said every single day in 2016, which I know we're in March now, but still, we're 3 months into it. Every single day, buyers of GLD shares, no sellers. Like no one's selling off their shares. Only people wanting to buy more. Which is why they said, well, we essentially ran out of the shares we're allocated versus the gold we have in stock. Which again, I thought they would pull one of those numbers on us, and maybe they're going to ultimately. But you know, as far as close up shop with the GLD and SLV. But they said we got to go get more gold. Now, if you are an executive or just higher level employee, management, anything, and you're watching every single day, wow, we're about to run out of how soon do you know if this keeps up, we're going to run out of shares by March? You know, pretty much anytime you look at your own little charts and spreadsheets and whatnot, maybe you got QuickBooks in the office and QuickBooks is screaming at you, hey, you're about to run out of stock, which in this case is shares. You would know that way in advance, and know way in advance, we need some more gold so we can issue these shares. But if there's a real big problem getting gold, and you're part of the club and you know this, then you know I can't go out and get the gold because my club members need it to put some of these fires out on the COMEX and elsewhere. So we're just going to have to wait till the last minute and then make an announcement and then try and go get some gold. So that seems like it's what's happened. What business is going to see this coming from a mile away? Huge profit potential. You know, money's money. Hey, the people are really interested in our product, which happens to be shares of GLD. Let's wait till the last minute. So now guess what they're going to have to deal with? That news that just came out, which I covered, and I'm covering again now. And the whole world potentially is going to hear that. Wow, they ran out of shares. Holy cow. Which then does what? What is this thing? This GLD? Stands for gold. It's paper gold, but it's gold, right? They ran out. People want it. I thought, I want to get into that. Or maybe just some real gold. It just sparks more interest. So thank you, club members. The elite. Because you just shot off your pinky toe, so to speak. Take care.